Hey y'all, Michelle Raza here with the Finding Yourself Book Club, and today we're going to be talking about John Gottman's What Makes Love Last. Thank you for dealing with the switching videos from the Gibson to the Gottman materials. It just became clear that a lot of fans were looking for a continuation of Gibson, so I got a little antsy there, but of course want to finish this series for you guys as well. So hopefully you like both. I hope that you do. But you know what, either way, if only one of them helps you, it's still better than nothing. So glad to have you here with me today. We're going to be continuing discussing about recovering from infidelity. If you haven't had a chance, please do check out our website. We're at www.findingyourselfsatx.com. There you can fill out a contact form or chat with us. You can also fill out the life balance questionnaire and send it our way. Thank you. And your first consult is always free. Okay. Here is some dialogue between a married couple in my lab who were grappling with this issue of lingering distrust. The husband, who had an affair 3 years prior, says he wants to have an ex-girlfriend from his college days visit them. Although this woman was not his affair partner, the idea frightens his wife. The husband's response is defensive rather than understanding, which is counterproductive. This couple divorces eventually. Martin: okay, I feel that you're going to trust me only as long as I'm real careful about what I do. I think your jealousy results from lack of trust. Maya: and a fear of losing something very precious. Martin: but I've explained to you that my family is the #1 thing in my life and that there's no need to fear. I made that conscious decision 3 years ago, and that's not going to change. I guaranteed you that, right? Maya: and you know I'm convinced of it? And so it's dissipated the jealousy. But my feelings of jealousy have been well-founded before. Martin: see, that's where I disagree. I resent the fact that in the case of Jillian, the college girlfriend, that I can never see her again for the rest of my life. Maya: do you want to see her again? Martin: yeah, and I resent the fact that you don't trust me enough. I dated her a year before I even met you. You don't even trust me enough for her to come over and meet you and meet the kids. Maya: I don't want her to become a part of our lives. I don't want my children befriending her. There's no purpose for it, unless you're doing like you did a few years ago, where you can kind of gradually get the kids to like her and then kind of work into a... Martin: oh geez. Maya: bye-bye Maya. The kids like her better than you. Here's your new mother. Martin: no way. I just want to stay in touch, just to talk over old times. Maya: she's a big threat to me. If you were really committed like you say you are, you would not do this. You would realize where I'm coming from. Martin chuckles softly. You know, probably, if you said it didn't matter to you, then it'd be less important to me. Maya: well, I'd be dishonest if I said it didn't matter, because now you want to see her, but on Sunday we discussed it. You said it was resolved, that it was finished. You lied to me. Martin chuckling: I didn't lie to you. Like I said, it's not a pressing need, but I resent the fact that I can't. Whenever you tell somebody, you can never do that. Maya: do you know why I don't think it's a good idea? Because I think you're weak. I think the flesh is weak, and it would not be good for the marriage. Martin: it would be good from the standpoint that it would be proof that you trusted me and that it would help the marriage. Maya: no, you resist temptation. You don't go running into its arms. If I wanted you to trust me, I wouldn't set up situations that were threatening to you. I don't know why it is that you're not able to see what it's like to be in my shoes. Martin may be earnest about his unwavering commitment to his marriage, but his past deceit traumatized Maya. Out of respect for her, he should be careful not to do anything that raises alarm. Yet he takes a stand over inviting an old girlfriend into their home. He taunts and tests his wife, insisting that it is her job to prove she is not jealous, when instead it is his to prove that he is trustworthy. all he accomplishes is to fill his wife with dread. He needs to respect that he cannot impose an expiration date on her need to be vigilant. So this goes back to what he was talking about, what we were talking about in the previous video, where for the relationship to survive, the guilty member must tolerate the need for accountability, understanding that it's a symptom of the post-traumatic stress that the betrayal created, and it will not go away on its own until therapy reestablishes enough trust. The hurt partner requires confirmation that the future won't hold another devastating blow. So here Gottman says, my wife, Dr. Julie Gottman, and I created the following list of counterproductive therapy approaches based on our knowledge of the therapeutic process and the experience of couples we've worked with after other therapies failed them. If a therapist communicates any of the following beliefs, find somebody else to work with. 1. It's best not to talk about the affair. Avoid conflict and cool it. 2. Both partners are equally culpable. The more subtle and common version of this is, when we examine the psychological dynamics of your relationship, we'll discover that the affair was as much the fault of the betrayed as the betrayer. 3. An affair is much worse when a woman strays. 4. If the cheating was done with a prostitute, it's not as bad. 5. You have to forgive the betrayer before progress can be made. 6. Your shared faith alone is enough to carry you through this. 7. The betrayed partner's anger is bad and will drive the betrayer away. 8. The real goal is to save the marriage at all costs. 9. The real goal is to end the marriage because no relationship can survive such a betrayal. 10. You are not really angry about the affair. That's just a cover for being sad, insecure, or afraid for other reasons. 11. You are making too big a deal about this. 12. Women just have to accept that boys will be boys. 13. There is something wrong with a betrayed person for having explosive feelings. 14. There is a timeline for when you should be over this. 15. If the affair happened years ago, it doesn't matter anymore. 16. If the betrayed person hadn't done X or had done Y, all this would never have happened. 17. The way you argued was the ultimate cause of the affair. 18. Affairs are all about biology and gender differences. 19. Marriages are supposed to last only about 4 years until the baby can walk and talk well enough, so affairs are inevitable. 20. One-night stands don't count. 21. If the cheater didn't love the sex partner, then it wasn't really an affair. 22. If it involved only sex, it wasn't an affair. 23. If there was no intercourse, it wasn't an affair. 24. If there was no emotional closeness, it wasn't an affair. 25. Your psychological problems caused your partner to stray. For example, if you hadn't been so jealous and over-controlling, he or she wouldn't have felt the need to cheat. 26. Online chatting doesn't count as an affair. After all, it's just clicking, not really interacting. 27. Monogamy isn't natural for most species. What did you expect? Okay, so these are the don'ts. If a therapist communicates any of these beliefs, find somebody else to work with. Avoiding therapists who espouse these misguided beliefs will not guarantee that you find a therapist who meets your needs. There are so many variables in a good therapeutic experience, but certainly knowing who to avoid will improve the odds. What follows is a description of our approach. Even if you can't find a professional trained in it, understanding the process will give you an inside view of how therapy ought to progress and the steps necessary to heal. So, next video we will get into the Gottman's Trust Revival Method. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Look forward to chatting with you soon. Take care, y'all.